What's going on, everybody? This is Coops Hoops. This is my first ever YouTube video. But to be honest with you, I'm just a big basketball fan, and I needed to come somewhere to not really rant, but just talk about my takes. I wouldn't even say takes. I'm not a takes kind of guy. I'm more of an enjoyer of basketball. But I just want to come on here and talk about basketball, and I don't want to restrict myself to just basketball. I also kind of want to talk about things like football, soccer, baseball, a lot of other things. I kind of just want to talk about sports and get on here. I got some equipment. I got a Blue Yeti. I got my Mac. I got my camera that I used to shoot things when I used to make sports highlights tapes. I got some things. I got some equipment together, and I kind of just want to talk hoops. So the first topic I want to start with is my Warriors. Yes, I'm a Warriors fan. I was a Warriors fan. Started in 2013, I believe. I was a youngin' when Steph Curry was at Davidson. I remember my mom turning on March Madness, and it was the year that he made that crazy run, and I was like, yeah, this is my favorite player. So yeah, I'm a big Warriors guy, and this season, I'm not gonna lie, I was worried. But especially when I saw Andre Iguodala retire, kind of right before the season started, I was like, whew, it's a little bit of a blow. Obviously, Andre Iguodala was 19 years in, so this would have been year 20. Would he have made an impact? Probably not. But anyway, I was a little bit worried about my Warriors when the season started. Now, we're only a week and a half into the season, right? I probably shouldn't be saying a lot of crazy, outrageous things, but we're looking good. The addition of Chris Paul is looking really good right now. We're seeing for the first time as a team, we're seeing the second unit come in. We're seeing Kuminga, Moody, Chris Paul. We're seeing a lot of guys come in. Gary Payton, can't forget about him. Shout out Gary Payton. We're seeing those guys come in and make an impact off the bench, and we're seeing that because Chris Paul is controlling the tempo. We're normally around the top 3 in turnovers, and we're almost always the top team in terms of pace. But when that second unit comes in, we are working the ball around, and we are taking our time. We are getting good shots almost every possession. Wardell Stephen Curry II is playing out of his mind. He's playing some of the best basketball of his career in this first week and a half. And this might be an MVP season, I'm going to be honest. He is playing insane. We get Dre back. We see Klay Thompson be Klay Thompson. Of course, he was injured against the Rockets. But we're seeing guys step up and make big contributions. We're seeing guys like Brandon Pajemski come in and give us minutes. We're seeing guys that come in and don't normally play that are giving us great minutes. We're seeing the same amount of great things from Looney. We're seeing a lot of good things this season. I'm excited about what we could do. I think our biggest advantage against these other teams is going to be cohesion. Obviously, we have the Clippers that just made the James Harden trade. We have the Suns. We have the Nuggets. We have a lot of teams that we've got to go through in this year. Not even just a playoffs, but just in this year to get us a good seed, to get us an advantage. Now, last year, we made it and had to play the Kings. Kings, tough series. I don't want to see the Kings again. Would I rather see them over the Nuggets? Yes, I would rather see them over the Nuggets. But I don't want to see us kind of slack off in the regular season and then turn it on in the playoffs. The teams are too good this year for us to do something like that. But I think that might be enough Warriors talk for now. I'm going to try to stay away from talking about my favorite team all the time. But I am a big Warriors fan. So the next thing I kind of want to talk about is the Bucks. I'm worried about the Bucks. Now, let me be real here. People say the Bucks and the Celtics, the top 2 contenders. I'm not fully bought in on the Bucks. Now, we're having 2 stinker games from Dame. The past couple games, we're seeing, 8 points? And then tonight, I think he had 10. We're seeing some stinker games from him recently. They just got blown out by the Raptors, and the Raptors, to me, are one of the worst teams in the NBA. Obviously, they have some guys, but I think they're going to blow it up this season. Their pace of play is awful. They can't shoot. The only bright spot for them is really Scotty Barnes. I'm pretty worried about the Raptors just going forward in the future. I think they're blowing it up this season. But back to the Bucks, man. Obviously, we have to have faith in Giannis and Dame. Some of the best players of our generation. We have, in my opinion, the best off-ball or off-the-dribble creator in Damian Lillard. And then we have just the most dominant, one of the 2 most dominant players in basketball, if you're Jokic or Giannis, whatever one you want to talk about. I'm a little bit worried for the first week and a half. Now, I don't really know exactly how they're going to gel. I'm a little bit worried about Chris Middleton because Chris Middleton needs his shots, and obviously he doesn't need a lot of shots, but he contributes a lot to the team. And it's pretty worrisome when Chris Middleton is out here kind of looking a little bit lost on the court. Whenever I've watched these games, he's looking a little bit lost. With Jrue Holiday, we saw the Bucks be able to move the ball around, and then Chris would be able to create his own shot. Now, that's not happening as often because you have Dame, way more ball-dominant player than Jrue Holiday. But I'm not really worried about the defense for the Bucks. I think their defense will come around and be consistent this whole entire season. I know I said I'm not a takes guy. I 100% said this. I 100% no. I said I'm not a takes guy. But I'm going to give you a hot take. The Bucks will not make it out of the second round this year. I don't think the Bucks are good enough. Brook Lopez is getting old. They don't have a lot of depth, especially at the wing positions. I'm a little bit worried about Pat Connaughton. I don't see him being able to contribute to the team that well. I don't really know. The Bucks, I don't think they're going to be that good. Am I a hater? No. Do I hate Dame? No. I'm an enjoyer of basketball. I love watching good basketball. I hope they prove me wrong, and I hope they're a great team. But I'm not fully bought in on the Bucks like I am a team like the Celtics, which in the first couple games they look elite. They look like one of the best teams in basketball. I am not that worried about the Celtics, but the Bucks, I'm a lot worried about them. To move on to the next topic, really the 76ers, but honestly just Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is making this James Harden trade look like it does not matter. He is most definitely going to be an all-star this year. Is that a take? Kind of. Is it more of a fact? I like to say so. He's playing out of his mind. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but in the last 3 games, he has had 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. He's taking care of the ball. Now, is he a better pick-and-roll player than James Harden? No. James Harden is one of the best pick-and-roll players of all time. But I can't see a world where you see a guy like Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey look at Tyrese Maxey and say, we don't even really miss James Harden that much because this guy is that good. He's averaging 30 points a game. He is one of the best players in basketball right now. And I'm just happy. I'm happy for him because there was a lot of noise surrounding the team. And he came in and he just said, I'm going to hoop. Especially before James Harden got traded. He wasn't worried about all that. And James Harden was sitting on the bench and he was dropping 30. And now James Harden gets traded to the Clippers. They get to open it up more. They get some role players like Nick Batum. I don't think Robert Covington or Marcus Morris is going to play significant roles. They might get some minutes here and there, but I don't think they're going to do that much. But Tyrese Maxey, man, he is making this James Harden situation look 10 times better for the Sixers. And I'm all here for it. And am I a Sixers fan? No. Basketball fan, like I said. And the last thing I kind of want to talk about in this video are the Nuggets. The Nuggets are good. The Nuggets are so good. Every single one of the pieces on that team fits like a glove. They pass the ball great. Aaron Gordon is looking like a first team. Okay, sorry, they're recording on my camera to stuff for some reason. Anyway, a couple years ago when they played the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs, you saw Jokic get clamped by Dre and some other guys. But then again, he was having to pass to guys like Campazzo and stuff like that. But that was the last time I remember seeing Jokic and being like, this guy can be stopped. Right now, I don't think this guy can be stopped. I don't care if he plays Embiid. I don't care if he plays Rudy Gobert. I don't know why I mentioned Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert sucks. Rudy Gobert is my least favorite player to watch in the NBA. But if he plays any center, any defender, anybody, he is torching them. He is one of the best players I have ever watched pick up a basketball. But something that's interesting to me is that Jokic gets a lot of hate because he doesn't play pretty. Now, listen, I don't care if you play pretty. It's crazy to watch a guy at his size and I mean, he's huge. He's chunky, bro. He is going out there and he's winning basketball games for his team, not only through scoring, but through playmaking and rebounding. He does every little thing you need him to do, and he is one of the best basketball players. I would say the best basketball player in the world right now. And for my first video, I think that's going to be it. As we get some more engagement, as I, get to talk to some of you guys, I want to kind of start to just you guys just throw some things in the comments, like your takes, your opinions, stuff about your favorite team, and I want you to just throw some things down in the comments, and then I just want to be able to come on here and then respond to what you guys have to say. I want to hear your hot takes. I want to hear things you have to say or things you think I can improve on. I want to hear everything you guys got. I really want to make this like a interactive community where you guys can just like throw some things in the comments, and then like the next video, I just respond to like all of them. But yes, throw some things in the comments about basketball. But if you have some things about the Premier League, if you have some things about the NFL, some things about the MLB. I'm a Mariners fan. I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm a Manchester City fan. I'm a Seattle sports guy, as you can tell by the hoodie. But the Warriors. I mean, we don't have a basketball team anymore, so the Warriors became my team. Call me a bandwagon, hate me, whatever you want. I don't really care. But yeah, throw some of your things in the comments. I'd really appreciate it if you guys leave a like on the video. And then also just hit that subscribe button so we can grow this community into something huge. So thanks for watching, and Coops Hoops out, bro.